Just as the Bates family stepped into 2026, no one could have predicted just how intense, emotional, and overwhelming this year would become. What started as a season filled with joy and new beginnings quickly turned into a series of deeply personal moments, some heartwarming, others absolutely heartbreaking. From growing families to unexpected scandals, the Bringing Up Bates world is once again proving that behind the smiles, there's always a much deeper story unfolding. For years, fans have followed the Bates family through their reality TV journey, watching Gil and Kelly Jo raise their 19 children with strong faith and close-knit values. Even after the show ended, their lives didn't fade from the spotlight. Instead, social media became the new stage, where weddings, pregnancies, and life updates continued to bring fans closer than ever. Now, in 2026, the next generation is expanding rapidly, but along with it comes pressure, challenges, and moments no one could have prepared for. One of the most joyful highlights this year comes from Carlin Bates and her husband Evan Stewart, who have officially welcomed their third child. After sharing their pregnancy earlier in the year, fans followed every update leading up to the birth. Now, the couple is embracing life as a family of 5, adjusting once again to newborn routines and sleepless nights. Their 2 older children, Layla and Zaid, are already stepping into their new roles, and from what fans can see, the transition has been filled with sweet, emotional moments. While the couple initially kept certain details private, the excitement surrounding their newest addition continues to grow as more glimpses of their life are shared online. Meanwhile, Whitney and Zach Bates are quietly approaching a major turning point of their own. After revealing back in late 2025 that they were expecting baby number 6, all signs now point to one thing: the due date is incredibly close. With 5 children already filling their home, the anticipation surrounding this new arrival feels even bigger. Fans have started to speculate whether the couple has been keeping updates low-key as they prepare for the birth, or if the announcement could come at any moment. Their journey hasn't been without its struggles, including a past miscarriage that deeply affected them, which makes this pregnancy feel even more significant. Now, as the countdown continues, many are left wondering if this will be their final chapter, or just another step in their ever-growing family story. At the same time, Erin Bates Payne's journey has become one of the most emotional and talked-about stories of the year. What should have been a joyful moment, the birth of her 7th child, baby Henry, quickly turned into a life-threatening situation. Erin faced severe complications that led to a long and frightening hospital stay, including time in the ICU, while her newborn remained in the NICU. It was a period filled with uncertainty, fear, and constant prayers from fans and family alike. Even after finally returning home, her recovery was far from over. She struggled with mobility, at one point unable to use her leg, relying on a wheelchair and intensive physical therapy just to navigate daily life. But in a powerful update that left many emotional, Erin shared a moment that felt nothing short of a miracle. She began taking steps again. Small, unsteady steps, but steps nonetheless. After weeks of not knowing if she would regain that ability, this moment marked a turning point in her recovery. It wasn't just about walking again. It was about hope returning after one of the darkest periods she had ever faced. However, as inspiring as Erin's story is, not everything unfolding in the Bates family has brought hope. In fact, one of the most shocking and heartbreaking situations this year centers around Katie Bates Clark. After bravely opening up about the devastating loss of her pregnancy, fans were already rallying around her with support. The emotional weight of that loss alone was overwhelming. But what happened next left many completely stunned. Just days after sharing her miscarriage, Katie's husband, Travis Clark, publicly admitted to being unfaithful. The timing alone sparked intense reactions, as Katie was already in one of the most vulnerable moments of her life. For many fans, it felt like an unimaginable situation, grief layered with betrayal. Since then, Katie has slowly begun to open up about how she's coping, revealing that she's taking things one day at a time while trying to process everything that has happened. Rather than rushing into decisions, she shared that she is focusing on healing, both emotionally and mentally. In one of her updates, Katie mentioned attending a multi-day therapy intensive, signaling just how serious the situation has become behind the scenes. While she has expressed a desire to fight for her marriage, she has also made it clear that nothing is simple right now. Every step forward feels uncertain, and for the first time, fans are seeing a much more raw and vulnerable side of her life. As Katie continues navigating one of the most difficult chapters of her life, the ripple effects of the situation didn't stop with her. Within the family, emotions were clearly running high, even if not everything was said directly. In a moment that quickly caught fans' attention, Katie's brother, Lawson Bates, appeared to respond in his own subtle way. Through a post that many interpreted as a clear message about character and accountability, Lawson seemed to be showing support for his sister, without directly adding fuel to the situation. It was a quiet but powerful reminder of how deeply family loyalty runs within the Bates household. At the same time, Lawson himself is stepping into a completely different season of life. Alongside his wife Tiffany, the couple has recently welcomed their second child, adding another baby boy to their growing family. Their journey to this moment hasn't always been easy, making this new chapter feel even more meaningful. While they've chosen to share their experience in parts, releasing moments gradually, fans have been closely following along, eager to see more of how their family continues to grow. In the middle of everything happening around them, this moment stands out as one of pure joy and new beginnings. Meanwhile, the wave of baby news continues with Tori Bates and her husband Bobby Smith, who have officially welcomed another baby boy into their family. With this new arrival, they are now parents of 6, making their household one of the busiest in the entire Bates family. What continues to amaze fans is just how quickly their family has grown over the years, with each new addition bringing even more life and energy into their home. Their latest baby, Gage, has already been introduced through sweet family moments, showing just how excited everyone is to welcome him. And when looking at the bigger picture, it becomes clear that this isn't just a series of individual updates. It's a full family evolution happening in real time. The Bates grandchildren count continues to climb rapidly, with new arrivals coming almost back-to-back. For longtime fans, it's almost surreal to watch how quickly the next generation is taking over, transforming the once young family into a large, multi-generational dynamic filled with new personalities and stories. But what makes 2026 stand out even more is the contrast between these joyful milestones and the deeply personal struggles happening at the same time. On one side, there are celebrations, new babies, growing families, and fresh beginnings. On the other, there are moments of pain, healing, and uncertainty that remind everyone that life behind the scenes isn't always as perfect as it may seem. Even Whitney and Zach, who are quietly preparing for the arrival of their 6th child, represent this balance. While their story is currently filled with anticipation and excitement, it also carries the weight of everything they've experienced before. As their due date draws closer, fans are watching carefully, knowing that any moment could bring another major update to the family timeline. Altogether, the Bates family in 2026 feels more real than ever. The highs feel higher, the lows feel deeper, and every update carries a level of emotion that keeps fans fully invested. This isn't just about keeping up with a reality TV family anymore. It's about watching real lives unfold, with all the beauty and complexity that comes with it. And if there's one thing that's certain, it's that this story is far from over. With so many changes already happening in just the first part of the year, it's hard not to wonder what could possibly come next. So, what do you think about everything happening in the Bates family right now? Which story has impacted you the most? And do you think some of these relationships can truly recover from everything that's happened? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you want to stay updated on all the latest reality TV drama, family updates, and behind-the-scenes stories, don't forget to subscribe, because this is only just the beginning.